Good evening. This is the Town of LaSalle Committee of Adjustment meeting for Wednesday, June the 22nd. This meeting is virtual. I'm going to call the meeting to order. I'm going to take a roll call of all members. I'm asking that you please confirm that you're present when I call your name. James Boscario.
Present.
Valentina Bernoni.
Present.
Vince Marcotte.
Present.
Lisa Nicodemo is not here tonight. Ryan Tufts, Planning Technician and Secretary Treasurer of the Committee of Adjustment.
Present.
Alan Burgess, Supervisor of Planning and Development.
Present.
And I'm your chairperson. My name is John Lee. All applications are subject to a 20-day appeal period. Any person desiring to appeal a decision of this Committee of Adjustment may, upon request in writing to the Secretary Treasurer, receive a copy of the decision to be used for an appeal. The fee for filing an appeal can be obtained from the Deputy Secretary Treasurer. Are there any disclosures of pecuniary interest tonight? No, seeing none. Could I have an adoption of the minutes from meeting May 25th, 2022? Is there a motion? Jim? Val? That carries. Are there any requests for withdrawal or deferral tonight?
None received. None received.
None received. Okay, first application. A0422, file 4140, Maple Leaf Petroleum Incorporated. It's a minor variance to permit oil changes at this location. Mr. Tufts is going to make a presentation on the severance application.
Okay, so we have A0422. It's a minor variance to permit oil changes at 5879 Malden Road. It's currently zoned Town Center 1. They're converting the existing car wash into a quick loop oil change, so it'll be a drive-through, and it's going to be grandfathered on the site as it's currently an auto-related use. We've not received any concerns from any of the abutting properties, and we have an existing site plan control for that property. We are recommending approval with no conditions.
Thank you. Is there an agent or somebody from Maple Leaf Petroleum here to speak on the matter? None? Okay. Committee members, any questions of administration? Since they're not here to speak on the matter, is there anybody from the public here? None? Okay, is the committee ready to make a decision on this motion, on this application? Jim, Vince,
So move the application as recommended by administration.
do we have a seconder? Val? All in favor? That carries. Next application, B0822, file 4141, Matty Vola, and the application is for consent to create one lot addition. And Mr. Tufts is going to make a presentation on this application.
You hear him? I can't hear him.
How's that?
There we go.
Application for consent to create one lot addition. It'll be from 2500 Todd Lane to the abutting vacant land. Currently zoned residential 1. We have not received any comments from the abutting properties. ERCA did provide comments that they require a permit or clearance before construction can take place. The lot addition will increase the overall depth of the abutting property for future development. We're recommending approval with the 3 conditions that we have a survey, an undertaking from their solicitor that they'll be joining the two properties and that it's fulfilled by June 22nd of 2024.
Thank you, Mr. Tufts. Mrs. Kiefner is an agent for Mr. Evola, and you may speak to the matter. Please introduce yourself and provide an explanation of the application, and please confirm that you've read and understand the staff report.
Good evening. I'm Mary Ann Kiefner, and I represent Matt Evola, also Avery Evola, on this application and the next application for minor variance, which is connected. It's clearly simply to put a lot addition on the vacant lot, which is now fronting on Todd Lane next to 2500. It will regularize the size of the lot, in comparison to the abutting one next door. And we are in agreement with the conditions that have been proposed.
Thank you, Mrs. Kiefner. Committee members, any questions for Mrs. Kiefner? Seeing none. Committee members, any questions of administration? No. Having heard any comments, concerns made by administration, agencies, and the public, is the committee ready to make a decision? Do I have a motion?
Make the
Jim?
motion.
Seconder? Al, all in favor? That carries. Thank you. Now we'll do the next application. So A0522, file 4142, 823-821 Ontario Incorporated, and it's a minor variance to allow for reduced exterior side yard. And Mr. Tufts is going to make a presentation on that.
Okay, so we have minor variance to allow a reduced exterior side yard from 3 meters to 1.5 meters. Land is zoned residential 1. The land abuts an unopened town-owned right-of-way. The land to the north is zoned natural environment, and we have no intentions of installing a road. We've also not received any comments or concerns from any of the abutting owners. So our conditions are that they provide us with a lot grading plan. They apply for a right-of-way permit from the town. They install water, sanitary, storm, all to the satisfaction of the town engineer, and that they confirm there's adequate utility services. And the last would be financial security.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Tufts. And Mrs. Kiefner, you may speak to this matter.
Thank you very much. I think the application, as explained, is quite clear, and basically we agree with the conditions. So we're just here to answer any questions that you might have.
Thank you. Committee members, any questions for Mrs. Kiefner or Mr. Evola? Seeing none, having heard any comments, concerns made by administration, agencies, and the public, is the committee ready to make a decision?
I have a question of administration. Sorry.
Go ahead, Vince.
Ryan, on the, when you made the application there, you're not calling the empty land next to them a road allowance, but just a right of way, and they have to provide, I don't get what they're providing the right of way for.
The land,
Talking about the vacant, I assume it's a vacant land next to the property.
yeah, to the west of it would be an unopened road allowance that's owned by the town.
So you had a second point that the owners must provide a right of way. Maybe I've just misread it. What is that for then?
The right-of-way permit, I believe, is for their driveway.
Maybe Al can clarify.
Yeah, sorry. Yes, the right-of-way permit is to allow for the servicing of the property. So that's something new that engineering is doing. So on all the lot creations, you're going to see what's going to be referred to as a right-of-way permit. It's basically going to replace the need for individual agreements on these properties. So you'll notice that the number of conditions will start to increase. In this case, all we needed to do is get a right-of-way permit so that Mr. Evola can install, I believe it's a water main on this particular property in this case. So that right-of-way permit will take care of the installation of the water main or of the water connection, as well as take a small security to ensure that there's no damage done to the municipal right-of-way.
So that right of way has nothing to do with the right of way next to it.
No, it's a right-of-way permit. It's just to access. So it's to access Todd Lane is really what it effectively does.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
I assume that's for some kind of a liability issue to require that permit for the town. I would think.
That is correct. So it takes care of insurances. It takes care of, like I said, it takes a financial security so that if there was a collapse of the road or damage done to the road when the water main or that water connection is being installed, it would take care of that as well.
Right.
Ideally, and again, just for a single water service, it would be something fairly small. But on the application that we had last month, they were installing storm sanitary and water for 5 lots. It would be a much more substantial permit involving each lot, involving all the services. So it'll also have a much more substantial security. But in this case, it's only a single service, I believe, in this instance.
I don't want to waste anyone's time here, but for example, the 5 lot, what if it's all single ownership? Would they still need the 5 separate?
It's one permit, but it's for the 5 lots. So it's like I said, it's just more significant as far as the values and the amount of securities that are necessary.
Okay, I got you.
Thank you. Any other questions of administration or Mr. Evola or Mrs. Kiefner? Seeing none, do we have a motion?
So moved.
Vince and Val?
Yeah.
All in favor? That carries. Thank you, Mrs. Kiefner and Mr. Evola.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Next meeting,
Oh, Alan has a.
go ahead, Alan.
Sorry, John. Just so that the committee's aware, I'd like to let you know that the October and the November meetings will both be canceled as a result of the elections. So both the October and November's planned meetings will be canceled. If there is the need to bring the committee together at a different time or as an additional meeting before that, then we will still notify you, but just to give you a bit of an early head start on that.
So we got the fall off.
Basically, yes.
Geez, I don't know what I'm going to do with myself. All right, next meeting is July the 20th, 2022. Could I have a motion to adjourn? Got everybody?
Okay,
Hello?
Take it.
How
Take care,
about
everybody.
Vince and Valentina and Jim?
okay.
And that concludes our meeting tonight. And thank you and have a great day, everybody.
Okay,
You too.
thank you. Bye-bye.